In lesson 2, we discussed sets and using theory to solve problems. The first part is about the concept of sets. First sections, sets and elements. Considering some examples. Give an example on sets. Write the following propositions using simple element of and not an element of. Age 3 is an integer. 3 is an integer. Okay. P square root up to is not an rational number. Square root up to, okay, square root to is not a rational number. Rational number. Right. I'll give you more practical example. You are an element of your family. Okay, your family is a set, and you are an element of that set. Or our planet belongs to the solar system. This is the solar system. It is the sun and many planets. Okay, Mercury, Venus, the Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So these are planets, and it belongs to the solar system. Okay, and we come to the concept. Sets are one of the most fundamental concepts in mathematics, so we did not define them. But there exist definitions on the internet, and that is sets is a well-defined collections of distinct objects. The objects that make up a set, also known as a set elements or members, can be anything: numbers, people, letters of the alphabet, all the sets, and so on. Okay, so in your high school level, you just need to know that sets cannot be defined. And to understand more about the concept of sets, we consider the example. Suppose we have a set A. To show A is an element of 8, we denote it as a, okay, A. So meaning A is an element of 8. Okay, and to show A is not an element of 8, we denote it as A. This symbol 8, meaning A is not an element of 8. A is not an element of A. Okay, you see, sets are conventional denoted with capital letters. Capital letter, that means A, B, C, D, and so on. They are capital letter. The second section. First, the exercise. List the elements of the sets of divisors of the positive integer of 30, while listing the elements of a set, we write its elements between the curly bracket. Curly bracket, you see, this is curly bracket. This is a curly bracket, and you just need to write its element between both sides. Okay. For example, A is equal curly bracket 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. And next sentence, the set B of root of the equation 2 times x squared minus 5 times x plus 3 equal 0, and list the elements of the set B. It's easy to show this equation, and we have to root. So you see, x equal 1 and equal 3 over 2. Okay, so the set P equal curly bracket 1, 3 over 2. Another example, list the color on the flag of Vietnam. So icon is set C equal curly bracket red and yellow. A set can be determined by showing the characteristic of its element. Thus, we can define a set by A, listing its elements, or B, showing the characteristic of its element. You see, set A is described by listing its element, and set B using another way by showing its characteristic. We can read set B as x, e, and elements of real numbers, so that 2 times x squared minus 5 times x plus 3 equal 0. We can replace the vertical bar by the colon. You see, the vertical bar, vertical bar. Okay, this is the vertical bar, and the colon. We can replace this symbol by this symbol. A set is usually illustrated by a flat shape surrounded by a circle called Venn diagram, as shown in Figure 1. Okay, I would like to talk about some informations who invented Venn diagram. Venn diagram were introduced in the 1880 by John Vance and John Vance. Okay, John Vance, born in 4th August 1834 and died 4 April 1923, were an English mathematicians, logicians, and philosopher, noted for introducing the Venn diagram using in the fields of set theory, probability, logic, statistics, computational math, and computer science. Okay. Now, come back to our lessons. The first part is about empty sets. Exercise. List the elements of the sets. Okay. set A, you see, it's used second way, showing the characteristic of its element. Is an element of real numbers. So that's x squared plus x plus 1 equal 0. The equation, okay, this equation, x squared plus x plus 1 equal 0. So this equation has no roots. Why? Because its discriminant, discriminant equal b squared minus 4 times a times c equal 1 square minus 4 times 1 times 1 equal minus 3 is less than 0. So this equation has no roots, and if we call A E the set of its roots, because there are no elements of this set, if the set A is not an empty set, then it contains at least one element. You see, A is not an empty set is equivalent to there exists x, so that x is an element of 8. Okay.